barely 2 months after the United Nations nominated Wonder Woman as an ambassador for women and girls, the UN announced that they would be ending Wonder Woman's ambassadorship. In October, the United Nations said it was about women and girls everywhere who are Wonder Women in their own right, and the men and boys who support their struggle for gender equality. But the announcement was met with protests and a petition complaining that the fictional superhero was an inappropriate choice to represent female empowerment. A large-breasted white woman of impossible proportions, scantily clad in shimmery thigh-bearing bodysuit with an American flag motif and knee-high boots, is not an appropriate spokeswoman for gender equity at the United Nations, the petition said. Of course, the petition missed the point, leaning on racism and sexism to express their disapproval of Wonder Woman, a daughter of Zeus, an Amazonian princess of Mediterranean origin, seeker of truth and justice, armed with her lasso of truth and bulletproof bracelets, representing the best qualities in all women and girls, no different than Superman and his identical role model status to men and boys. But unfortunately, there is a darker side to Wonder Woman that the petition failed to point out. American psychologist William Moulton Marston created Wonder Woman. He based Wonder Woman on the personalities of the women he was in a polyamorous relationship with. Marston drew from the nature of his wife, Sadie, and Marston's live-in mistress, Olive Byrne, who just so happened to be the daughter of Ethel Byrne, who opened the first birth control clinic in the United States with her older sister, Margaret Sanger. What better representative to push the UN Sustainable Development Goal number 5, achieve gender equality and the empowerment of all women and girls, than a superhero based on Olive Byrne, representing the beginning of the eugenics movement in the United States while simultaneously promoting polyamory, which isn't bad in itself. People are free to live their lives as they choose, but on a widespread scale, Marston's extramarital arrangement thumbs its nose at the family unit. If the United Nations had missed the connection that Marston's feminist superhero represented, the UN certainly supports Marston's intentions, as the UN spearheads Margaret Sanger's campaign of eugenics. Back in 2012, the United Nations declared that birth control was a human right. That same year, CNS News reported in 2012 there were more black babies killed by abortion, 31,328 in New York City, than were born there, 24,758, and the black children killed comprised 42.4% of the total number of abortions in the Big Apple, according to a report by New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene. The Washington Times reported Sanger shaped the eugenics movement in America and beyond in the 1930s and 1940s. Her views and those of her peers in the movement contributed to compulsory sterilization laws in 30 U.S. states that resulted in more than 60,000 sterilizations of vulnerable people, including people she considered, quote, feeble-minded idiots and morons, end quote. She even presented at a Ku Klux Klan rally in 1926 in Silver Lake, New Jersey. Sanger wrote, "We do not want word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population, and the minister is the man who can straighten out that idea if it ever occurs to any of their more rebellious members." The United Nations shouldn't hide behind superheroes to promote their 17 sustainable goals of world domination. We know who their real heroes are. John Bound for Infowars.com.
Right through December 17th, the last day that we can guarantee you'll get your order before Christmas in the United States, we're offering store-wide free shipping. And on top of that, some of the biggest discounts of the year. 30% off Living Defense Parasite Cleanse. 50% off Colloidal Silver Bullet, and free shipping. That is just an incredible deal. Brain Force Plus, now with 20% more in each bottle and 30% off. $19.95, can't beat that deal. Winter Sun, Vitamin D3, 25% off. Survival Shield X2 Nascent Iodine. Again, an amazing 30% off. BioTrue Selenium, 30% off, and that's just some of the specials. Check them out today at InfoWarsStore.com or InfoWarsLife.com, or call toll-free. The great crew will answer your questions, tell you about some of the other specials, and take your order if you'd like. 888-253-3139.